Hello and welcome to watch the sixth review and kind of like the final review in the Waiting for the Force to Awaken series. The Force already woke up almost a week ago here in Finland. Uh, the plan was that I would upload all these six reviews before the premiere December 16th, but thanks to my shitty internet connection, the uploads fucked up, and the videos showed up in my channel, but I don't know what the hell happened. I was like, oh, okay, and I deleted the videos because from my phone, because they take a lot of space. But then I found out that the videos had already also disappeared from my channel, which is really weird. I don't know what the hell happened. Maybe I just didn't pay attention. Maybe it said something that the upload isn't still, that it's still uploading or something. I don't know. What the hell. Now I'm recording these reviews. So now it's time to revisit the third film in the prequel trilogy, which is Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. I can remember when this movie was coming out, and it was the first Star Wars movie that I was part of the hype. I remember all the TV spots and other advertisements. And it really was a big deal because this was going to be the final, very last Star Wars movie. With this movie, the saga was going to be complete. A lot of fans and a lot of people consider this to be the best of the prequels. And I can see that. I can understand why people think that way. What do I think about the film? Well, here we go. This is actually the original DVD I got back in late 2005. I got it pretty much immediately when it hit DVD. And this is actually the only copy of this film I own. I'm planning on buying the VHS version of this Revenge of the Sith, Sithin Kosta, which basically, well, literally translates to Revenge of the Sith. And, but yeah, this film was also released on VHS here in Finland. But yeah, now the review starts. I haven't seen this movie that many times, but I have to say, I was surprised because I remember this being worse than it actually turned out to be. The things I noticed in the very first scene, in the space battle, there was just something more natural from the very start that like wasn't in the other two prequels. I don't know. It would just have, there was just something like a feel of more fun. I thought the acting was better, and the dialogue definitely in that opening scene really like felt, yeah, kind of like the original Star Wars. And the other three prequels started in a very boring way, and the dialogue was very unrealistic and unnatural. And I think the whole film is just flows better, and definitely the acting has improved in all actors, and the dialogue is not as cringeworthy as in episode 2. And because the actors are now better, like do a better job in this movie, the characters are also more relatable, more likable, especially Obi-Wan's character. Evan McGregor really did his best, and the whole trilogy in Episode One, he had a pretty weak part. Like he didn't really do much, and his dialogue was kind of meh. But in Episode Two, he already was like a better presence, better screen presence. Fuck. And the thing that was really a huge problem to me in Episode 2 was that Hayden Christensen was just bad. Well, here he is better. Oh, one thing, the opening crawl is definitely the best out of all the prequels. It feels like it fits better with the original trilogy. The other two opening crawls were kind of I don't know, no, too political. The plot is also easier to understand. And this is really the movie that everyone was waiting for, seeing Anakin turn into Darth Vader. And that's what we got. And also this film has more effective scenes. There was one in Episode 1, that scene where Anakin leaves her mother and stuff like that. But this one really just more emotional and really strong scenes. One good example is the Order 66 scene, which really is, damn, that's a very depressing and well executed scene. Everything works in there. But there's that one thing in the Order 66 is when the Anakin kills all the younglings. I don't know. That was maybe a bit too over the top. I think there shouldn't have been any kids in the Jedi Temple in the first place. I just felt very uncomfortable watching that. I don't know. Would Vader do that? Kill kids? Well, maybe, but I just never wanted to see it. Or, well, we don't see it, but well, he obviously kills all the kids. Too edgy for my taste. Or it doesn't really fit into Star Wars movies. There are also some pretty weak scenes, mainly because of the dialogue, that you look beautiful and like what the hell that was, that has love blinded you and something like it really was kind of cringeworthy. Okay, characters. Mace Windu had more to do in this movie, which of course is a good thing because he's played by Samuel L. Jackson, who's a very good actor. So he finally got actually to do something a lot, like face Palpatine. And about Palpatine, Ian McDiarmid playing Darth Sidious slash Palpatine slash Emperor. He's just really, really good and definitely one of the highlights of this movie. His first name is actually Sheev. Yeah, okay. Nice little fact just there. But definitely Ian just makes the Palpatine slash Darth Sidious like really this very delicious villain. One character I really had a huge problem with was General Grievous. He felt a very unnecessary character. Because now I'm thinking, what the hell did he do? Like, what was so like, did he really have that important role in the movie that he had to have so much screen time? Obviously, they had to give Obi-Wan something to do, but like, come on. I'm just trying to remember the movie. What the hell was it? Why was General Grievous so important? I really just can't think of any. It was just this weird side plot, in my opinion. Correct me if I'm wrong. I've talked about the looks of the prequels, like how they fit with original trilogy. I think Episode 1 did a good job with that, mixing CGI and practical effects, just the right way to give this nice balance. Episode 2 was very digital movie that I didn't like the look of it. Here I actually noticed that there are very bright colors here. And it gives this movie a very different look compared to episode 1 and 2. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but this film also, there's too much of this, like these digital effects going on, that I can't help but to see very video game-ish scenes. Many shots in the movie look like a video game, and that's obviously a problem. You don't want that. But there are some really good looking CGI characters, like General Grievous. I really thought he was a good looking CGI character. Well, what about the cinematography? Oh, I thought it's still pretty dull, to be honest. Nothing has changed. Not much to say about that. Soundtrack. Again, not as good as episode 1. There were some memorable tunes, like the Mustafar battle and stuff like that, but nothing else really stick out that much. What about the lightsaber duels? Lightsaber fights. The first lightsaber fight against Count Dooku was okay, but really, the Mustafar battle, I don't know, it just felt too over the top in my opinion. It just went so. It was, first of all, it was too long. And it was, I don't know, I was just found it very silly, like they swing in ropes in this huge lava planet, and I mean, it's a cool setting, it's a cool place, like this lava planet. But I don't know, it wasn't as interesting, honestly. Obviously, there was a lot more going on in this fight. Two friends fight against each other, but I think the choreography was, how do you say it? Choreography? I don't know, but you know what I mean. I think it was too over the top, at least compared to the fight in episode 1, the Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon Jinn versus Darth Maul. I still think it's the best lightsaber fight in the prequel trilogy. One problem I also have is it's just Anakin was more likable in this movie, but I think it's just hard to see Anakin as Darth Vader. It really is. This Anakin as Darth Vader. It's hard to see. I can't really see that. But I don't know. Is that nitpicking? Maybe. One nitpicking thing is that this, when Palpatine, like, he really turns into this ugly Darth Sidious, the Emperor. I don't know, he just doesn't look like the Emperor in Return of the Jedi. I think they should have worked the makeup so that he would resemble more like the Emperor in Return of the Jedi. But yeah, again, this is just a small thing, and obviously he is younger. But they used the same makeup in the DVD edition of The Empire Strikes Back, and that really creates this bad continuity error. It didn't really fix anything. We had the original Emperor in Empire Strikes Back that also looked different, but now when they tried to fix it, it still looked too different. So yeah, I don't really have anything else to say. This definitely was surprising, and I liked this movie. I really thought this was a entertaining movie, and I can definitely see why people think this is the best Star Wars prequel. Is it my favorite Star Wars prequel? Let's see. Um, Episode 1 it's a guilty pleasure movie for me. I just like it for some reason. Like, I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all. Uh, and I also like it how it feels more like this grand epic adventure movie. Whereas this one, not that much. Is that like a problem? No, but I don't know. There's just something in episode 1 I slightly prefer. These prequels, they were all like kind of disappointing. And good, what the yeah, my cats want to say that it's time to end this review. So, boom, the cat is now gone. But yeah, I can see like this is the best prequel, like story wise, dialogue wise, acting wise, and stuff like that. Like many critics would say, this is definitely the best prequel. But my personal favorite probably is episode 1. Yes, I feel guilty because it really is kind of crappy movie. But yeah, that's just me. I'm a weird guy. Yeah, I think that was it. I always, sorry, it's very boring to look at just the cover. I should have turned this over a lot earlier, but yeah, this was it. Now I've reviewed all 6 Star Wars movies, the Star Wars saga. And yeah, the next up is obviously going to be The Force Awakens. I've already seen it once, almost a week ago. And yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to see it the second time and then uh, do the review, if I will do it before I see it the second time, because I don't know, there was something I just when I left the theater, honestly, I had mixed feelings. But let's talk about that later when actually let's talk about it in my The Force Awakens review. But yeah, that was it, and thanks for watching. Definitely a 3 out of 5 from me for this movie. Okay, now, thank you, and see you later. Maybe even 3.5 out of 5. I don't know.